Hello, I'm Roy Whiffen, and this is Roy's Rant again. We seem to be in a pretty much of a lull here in Sugarland at the moment. It doesn't seem that our EDC, Economic Development Council, is doing much. It doesn't seem to be that our mayor is doing much, and it doesn't seem to be that the council are doing much. We've got stores closing in Town Square, large stores, and it doesn't look like we're getting any new stuff in there anytime soon. We've still got nothing for Track 5. Even Fluor hasn't signed a contract yet, but it was going to, and it wasn't going to, and it was going to. So we haven't got anything going on down there. Imperial, we've got 700 acres there. We've got nothing going on there. You know, thank you, councillors. Thank you, Mayor. You're doing a great job looking after the city at the moment. And this all comes down, as I said, to the EDC to a certain extent. They're supposed to be bringing in new business. And at the moment we're in a total lull, and it doesn't seem to be getting any better. I did talk to you last week about the cost of different things and what we were doing and what we weren't doing. As far as the bond situation is concerned and how much it's going to cost you. Nearly $2.5 billion over 3 years, and we don't seem to be getting much for it. Getting back to the schools, there's nearly a dozen principals all being moved from one school to another, and it doesn't seem to be any logical reason for it, other than our superintendent wants to make sure that they know that he's boss. You take a principal out of a school, you change the whole dynamics. You change the dynamics of the teachers because they then got to change up to whoever's coming in there, and you change the dynamics for the principal because they're going into a new school and having to set up everything again. Doesn't make any sense to any great extent. And then we get back to our $90 billion in Sugarland. I'm going to hop around a little bit here. And our Doggy Hilton. Now, in these rants, I don't normally go into national politics or anything like that. I try to keep away from it. But a little time ago on Facebook, we had a whole conversation with a whole load of people with regards to abortions. And it's my body, it's my life, and all the rest of it. We have a situation here in this country at the moment where we have a political party that says that you can kill babies up to the age of birth and after birth, and yet we're spending 6.6 million on a doggy hotel for no kill. So you can kill babies, but you can't kill cats and dogs. Explain that to me, please. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. And yet, you and I are going to spend over $6 million for animals. Think about it. I'm not a woman. No, I'm not a woman. And I don't understand what you have to go through. But I do understand in my Christian faith what is right and what is wrong. And so I'll leave that there. Okay, going back to all the costing of this $90 million bond that the city wants. I told you about Montclair Drive last week, and that they want 8.8 million to sort this dead-end street out. That works out at nearly $80,000 a house down there. Now, this is your and my taxes, and you're going to spend $80,000 per house to fix their drainage system on a dead-end street of a road that has been there 50 years and never really been any big problem. And yet we've got a brand new councillor there. You know, oh, we'll look after you. We'll look after you. Yeah. That's the way they do it. And that's why it's all wrong. So that's that. Restrooms. All right, Mayfield Park. Now, the average price of a house is between 180, 250,000 for a house on a quarter of an acre of land. Mayfield Park, they're going to build some restrooms for $171,862. There are going to be some restrooms. Boy, you know, are we going to have 24-hour attendance on it or something? $171,862 for restrooms in a park. And this is your council and your councillor. And this is the way that they're getting the money. Now, they've lost out. The city has lost out on their red light cameras. No more. So there's a lot of money that's not coming in from those cameras that they've got to make up. You think they're making them up this way? And do you think that when it comes down to $171,000 for restrooms, that isn't a good old boys network? You know, where are we going? And I haven't even got down to the 38 million that the commissioners want. We need to put the reins on this, and we need to stop this. We don't need a high-class Doggy Hilton for 6.6 million, I think it is. Yeah, 6.6 million animal shelter. You know, it's going to have a big flashing sign on there saying Doggy Hilton. And as I said before, this is a friend of the city manager. Think about it. It's your money. You need to have representation that is representing you. At the moment, I don't think you're getting it. Contact your councillor. Contact your mayor. Oh, by the way, you can't contact them directly. They won't answer you. Never did. I've asked them to send me, under the Freedom of Information Act, several things. And at the moment, they aren't doing a thing. So with that, I'll leave you and wish you well. And with God's blessing, I'll talk to you next week. Bye.